Good evening. Today I am cooking, or tonight I am cooking for dinner, something very special, something that you have requested, and a dish that I like very much. Today I am going to be cooking rib eye steak as Provence. Yes, I'm going to be cooking a French dish per your request. First, what I'm going to do is I am going to roast potatoes. I have melon the potatoes. French food is about flavor and presentation. A lot of presentation and preparation, style, technique. So first, I am going to be roasting potatoes in olive oil. You might prefer butter. I like olive oil. We're gonna be roasting these potatoes first, and then we'll be preparing the rest of the ingredients for this delicious meal. Ribeye steak, Provencal style. Just follow me. I'm gonna add more olive oil, and we're going to roast these potatoes to perfection. The potatoes are almost ready. They're ready for now. Now that the potatoes are almost ready, I am going to put them aside, and I'm gonna be continuing cooking the rest of the ingredients. You want to roast the potatoes a little bit so they look nice and they taste very good. They have a special taste. I roast almost everything anyway. So we'll put the potatoes aside for now. And now I am going to be cooking the rest of the ingredients. More olive oil, or unsalted butter if you prefer. So now what I'm going to be preparing is onions. I have a half white onion and 6 cloves of garlic, very fine chopped. So I'm going to be preparing this, and then I'm going to be adding bell peppers, red, green, and yellow, and zucchini. Later we'll be adding tomatoes, stewed tomatoes, and a bouquet garni. I will explain what that is. Translates into flavor. So we'll go ahead and saute the onions and garlic in olive oil, and then add the peppers and the zucchini. This is gonna be good, deliciously good. This is very delicious. You can eat the onions and the garlic roasted in olive oil just by itself. They're ready, so I'm gonna be adding now the peppers. I have red. They're very, very finely chopped into little tiny squares. And yellow and green. I have 1 bell pepper of each color. I like color on the food. Color adds flavor in the subliminal state of the mind. That's why I like it. Also, the different peppers have a different taste, believe it or not. You just gotta try it. I'm also gonna be adding the zucchini, and we are going to saute this for a while because we wanna reduce it. We want to make it almost a sauce, but not quite a sauce. So yes, you guess it, I'm going to be adding more olive oil. This is good. Very good. You don't know how good it is until you taste it. And I'm telling you, this is a meal to die for. This you can make yourself, maybe for a special occasion. This is very good. Now that the peppers, the zucchini, the garlic, the onions are ready, I'm gonna be adding tomatoes, the stewed tomatoes. I peeled them, I cut them into little pieces. And I'm also gonna be adding at this time, I'm gonna mix everything together very nicely, and I'm going to be adding the potatoes. Yes. Get all the olive oil in there. Spread them evenly. This looks very good because it's very good. And I'm gonna be adding grape tomatoes that I stewed and peel. Make sure that you peel the tomatoes. If you don't have grape tomatoes, you can use little Roma tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. These ones are stewed and peeled. I'm gonna be careful not to smash them. And I am going to cover it and put it aside. Oh, I forgot the most important item of flavor, a bouquet garni. Here we have basil, rosemary, thyme, bay leaves. Delicious. Wrapped in leek leaves. We'll put this right on the middle. Let it simmer, cooked in for about 3 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna be preparing the steaks. But before I prepare the steaks, I'm gonna prepare the sauce for the steak. Or while I'm preparing the steaks, I can be preparing the sauce or vice versa, but we'll see. Now I'm going to start preparing the sauce. I'm going to be using 1 cup of madeira wine. Make sure that it's madeira wine. We want the flavor. And I'm going to be using thyme leaves. Make sure that you put a few of them in there. Cut them, or you can, the flavor is delicious, unbelievable. I'm using about 3 sticks, and we're going to be adding olive oil. You can use olive oil or you can use butter, it's your choice. Make sure that it's unsalted butter if you're using butter. I like olive oil for this, but you can use butter if you like butter. Yes. And I am going to be using 1/2 cup of olive oil. Now I am going to be slowly cooking this until it's reduced to about half of the volume. I want it to thicken. I might also add a little bit of the juice from cooking the steak. Yes. So we'll cook the sauce while we're making the steaks. While the sauce is cooking, I am going to be preparing the steaks. These are rib eyes, and I have marinated with sea salt and a little bit of pepper. That's all that you need. And cook them to taste. What is that? The sound of flavor. So I'm gonna be grilling the steaks, and then everything will be ready to enjoy our delicious French dish, Rib Eye As Provencal. Our meal is finally ready, and it's worth the wait. This is a very delicious meal to enjoy. We have ribeye steak. We have potatoes, roasted melon potatoes, 3 peppers, bell peppers, red, green, yellow, onions, garlic, a unbelievable combination of herbs on the bouquet garni. Before I enjoy, I'm gonna add a little bit of mustard. Make sure that you use very good mustard. This is a spicy mustard. Dijon, very good. The time that it takes to make this meal is worth it. It's super delicious. This is something you can do. Cooking is the best thing you can do for yourself. Not because you get to enjoy the pleasures of your cooking, because everything that is involved before you cook, it takes your entire self, your entire body, your entire being, going to the store, picking up, selecting the ingredients, cutting, preparing, cooking it, smelling it. It's unbelievable. Cook for yourself. So it's time to taste. Look at this. Perfect. Wait a minute. The sauce. Yes. Here I have madeira wine with olive oil and the fattest piece of the ribeye. Yes. And thyme, of course. The herb of happiness. So now that we have the sauce, we might taste again. Yes. This little potato. This meal is a great meal. I highly recommend it. Rib Eye as Provencal or Provençal. Salute until the next time. Or as they say in France, bon appétit.